miners at a good price. But
not to worry about us, we've already been caught.
have you seen any
Delicate sauce. Delicious.
And can you answer our question?
Golden Valley, the only microwave.
Do you know?
Confucius say nuggets of wisdom are never as tasty as these.
I flew into Los Angeles to shoot. I auditioned for and got and shoot a United Airlines commercial. And so that was a nice national commercial. And showed up at the studio. And they were finishing building this huge, it went like that, okay, into the air. Into the air, okay? It wasn't like 10 feet high. It was high. Not the top of the stage, of course, but I mean, it was up there. I wonder what that's for, okay? So I sat down, and while they're working on this, you know, like being careful for how steady it was, I met one of the actors. I had a privilege and pleasure of meeting a really good actor whom I've seen before, named Bruce Kirby. And Bruce and I kind of gravitated toward each other as, you know, some actors do. And we sat there in our chairs and we had a nice long discussion while they're, you know, working on this thing, okay? And we're looking at, I wonder what that's for. All right, so he was telling me some interesting things. For instance, Bruce is, even though his name is Kirby, is Northern Italian. And he played some Northern Italians, like on The Sopranos. And I remembered him. I really enjoyed his performance in a show called Hill Street Blues. That was in the, I think it was in the 70s, late 70s, Hill Street Blues. And he played this lieutenant, and an Irish cop lieutenant that comes in and mistakenly shoots the wrong guy for killing his son or some kind of thing like that. But he was very good in it. And I was talking to him about that. And he goes, yeah, you know, I get cast as the Irish cop, even though I'm Northern Italian. And he said to me, my mug just doesn't, you know, fit that right. Okay, fine. We were laughing about the whole business and swapping some different stories and stuff like that. He told me one, the movie, the original, the movie Godfather 2, okay. So they saw, you know, a lot of the well-known Italian actors, and, you know, Bruce is Northern Italian. Bruce managed to get somehow, I forgot the exact story, but he somehow got his son in there to audition for the part of the young Clemenza character. And Bruce told me, literally, he walked in bringing in his son. Oh, here's my son, you know, Bruno. And he said to me this exact quote, all of a sudden, I became the Invisible Man. They were all on his son about playing young Clemenza. Anyway, so Bruce and I enjoyed some of these stories, and they're, you know, if you have a chemistry that comes together, and it doesn't always happen with. It certainly doesn't always happen with two actors, you know, and they just kind of enjoy, you know, talking to each other. That doesn't always happen. Two actors all just enjoy, you know, talking to each other, whatever. It's just a pleasure, you know, especially passing the time waiting for the set to be finished. So now the set is finished, and we get for sure of what this thing going up is for. Okay, we are ready for you. Places. Well, now is the time that we start shooting. So Bruce and I headed over towards this, and looked up. And this wasn't our first rodeo. So we knew what was about to happen. Okay, carefully, let's head up. Watch your step. Now, it wasn't, like narrow, but I don't know, maybe two people could walk side by side by it, maybe. But right away we noticed there's no safety net. Not only is there no safety net, there's nobody with a Red Cross, hanging around on the sidelines. So here we go. We went up, in kind of a single file, he and I and some other actors, and we're going, up this, whatever it was, Himalayan trail or whatever, and we're going. He was happy because they peeled him off about midway, and he was, glad that was a good position, okay, for him, because I had to keep heading up, and I'm going up and up, and truly, I'm not terrified of heights, but I don't like them. If I'm up on a high, whatever, building or whatever, and I look down, I really don't like what I see, okay? I think that this particular kind of a feeling is not negative. It's a healthy kind of a fear, so to speak. I've heard people say, oh, there's no such a thing as a healthy fear. Well, I don't know. The feeling that I get when I'm up high and look down and don't like it is, God is kind of saying, get down from here, dummy. So anyway, I get up there, way high up, and you don't have to tell a group of professional actors to try to get the shot right away when you're in this kind of a situation. So it didn't take that long for us to get it, but boy, you're just, when you see that, first of all, you want to stop drinking coffee, stop eating. You don't want to get up there and go, excuse me, I have to, okay. So we did the shot. We got the shot a number of times. I think United Airlines was very happy over it. And then we wrapped, okay. Now, I was, shooting. We were shooting at in the middle of Hollywood, and not having eaten dinner very much or whatever, I was hungry by the time I reached ground level and we were wrapped and signed off and goodbye. So I wanted to get something to eat. And, you'd think after all that, you'd treat yourself to a big fancy dinner or go down to Sunset Boulevard and, have a little party or this or that or whatever. I got an urge to eat something. It's on La Brea, which is about in the middle of Hollywood, going north-south, La Brea Avenue. There's a hot dog stand. And maybe you've seen it in a TV show or something. It's a hot dog, right? I mean, the building is like a hot dog. I think I've got to remember right. And you go over there and order a hot dog. And after all that, I just got this craving for a hot dog with chili cheese with onions. And I'm just so thankful that right there is the ground.